the hearing of the ICJ, the judge said that under Article 51 of the convention that Israel is a signatory to, Gaza is an occupied territories. Despite the fact that Israelis withdrew troops, Israel maintains control over land and sea. And therefore, the protection of civilians in Gaza is a legal obligation of Israel. So, number one, do you agree that Gaza is occupied? And second, is protection of civilian legally under the Israeli jurisdiction?
I'm not going to render a legal opinion from this podium, Nadia. We have said repeatedly that we believe these allegations, this case, is unfounded, and that there's no basis for accusations of genocide against Israel. That's not a word that ought to be thrown around lightly, and we certainly don't believe that it applies here. Now, to the question about civilians, again, I'm not an international lawyer. I'm not going to pretend to be, but we have since the beginning talked to our Israeli counterparts about the special burdens that modern militaries, particularly modern democratic militaries, have when they conduct military operations to protect innocent civilians and to protect civilian infrastructure. Those conversations continue, including on Secretary Blinken's trip.
Since you're not an international lawyer, I will advise you to read what the judge said, which is Israel is in violation of Article 2A, 2B, 2C, and 2D. He said that the bombing campaign in Gaza is the heaviest in the history of modern warfare, including what the Russians doing in Ukraine. So he asked the Israelis to suspend immediately the military operations in Gaza. The White House position is no ceasefire. So is the Biden administration in violation of international law and the call of the judge to suspend military operation in Gaza?
The judge's statement notwithstanding, the answer is absolutely no. Israel has a right and responsibility to defend itself. We're going to continue to make sure that they can do that. We're going to continue to supply them with the tools and capabilities they need to do that. No country should have to live to that kind of threat next door. So no, we are not in violation, and we're going to continue to make sure Israel has what it needs. I'll add one more point. We're going to also continue to make sure that humanitarian assistance can get to the people of Gaza, that Israel conducts its operations in the most precise, careful, deliberate way possible so that they can minimize civilian casualties.